Hello, hello. Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. You know, I've always been the individual that has looked at different aspects of relationships as being a blessing. The good and the bad. A blessing. It helps you to learn and grow and mature, to know what is important and what is not important, as well as where your loyalty lies. Your loyalty, your respect, trust in a partner and a spouse. With so many people that love to say marriage is between a man and a woman, let me say this. How dare you spit that out of your mouth when the person that you're married to, you're cheating on, you're disrespecting, you're not loyal to that person? As well as, what about your honesty and truthfulness? Having a conversation with your spouse or partner as to what is not working, as well as what is working. Communication is very important in any relationship. So you have a lot of people that love to spew, and I say spew, the word spew, because these people are saying these things to project hatred, dislike, and judgment onto other individuals that they believe and feel are less than them and that are living their lives wrong, when they themselves are not even honoring and upholding the same word that they spew to others in their own lives. It's called hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. So many hypocrites in this world. So many hypocrites walking around, judging other people, looking down on other people, saying that they're doing this wrong and that wrong and this wrong and so on and so forth, and they don't even look at themselves and assess themselves and ask themselves, where could I do better? And first of all, yes, marriage is between a man and a woman, right? So says God. Well, let me speak this to you as well. God knows your heart. God knows what you're about. God knows your interest. God knows your preferences. So, if you find a partner or a spouse, I truly believe that God would be good with that. If your relationship, your partnership is honest, truthful, it would be equal and comparable. That's what I believe. And if you have a relationship with God, and God talks to you and God lets you know, He will let you know it's okay, that He does not have an issue with it. See, men will always let you down, but God, God won't. So that's why you should not worry about the opinions of others. You should focus and worry about what God thinks of you, what God wants you to do, how God wants you to carry yourself. And one thing that God does not want you to do is be a hypocrite. One thing that God does not want you to do is take His word and use it as a weapon against other individuals so that you can feel like you're a bully, that you have some kind of control or power or authority over other people and what they do in their lives. Now, I'm going to speak on this as well too. Just as you have heterosexual relationships where spouses are cheating on each other, lying to each other, tricking each other, you have homosexual relationships where the same things are going on. You have lesbian relationships where the same thing is going on. You even have relationships such as transgender with a man, or bisexual relationships where that is also going on. Every single one of them is a hypocrite, especially if they're married. every single one of them is an adulterer if they're engaging with sex with someone outside of their relationship, outside of their marriage, outside of their partnership. I see it equally all the way across. If you're with somebody else, if you're attached to another person, if you're in a relationship, in a committed relationship, in a monogamous relationship with another person, even if you are not married, even if you do not have that piece of paper from the state, you are still saying that you are living to a certain standard. And you're lying because a lot of y'all are not. And you want to hate and project and throw negativity on other people that may not be living lies, may actually be honest and truthful and respectful and know what it means when you're married. You see, it's different from everybody. And I don't judge anybody on their choices and their decisions. And if they were a married couple or partnered or attached to each other, you know what? Guess what? Whatever the two of them have decided to engage in within their relationship, even if that means engaging with outside partners, that's between them. That's their choice. But a lot of people are not doing that. They're lying. They're not telling the truth. They're going behind each other's backs and engaging in behaviors that they don't want the other person to know. And you know what has happened? You know what that has caused? Because I'm going to get into it. That has caused an increase and a rise in STDs, an increase and a rise in HIV rates, increase in unknown STDs, STIs. Not only the sexually transmitted diseases, but the sexually transmitted demons that you get when you associate with other individuals, because whoever they have hooked up with or played with, their energy, their spirit, whatever cords are attached to them, they are then going to be attached to you. You have a state in America right now where there are so many different porn sites, so many different dating apps, so many different hookup apps. It is ridiculous. You have so many people that are stretched so thin. They're on so many different platforms, looking at this, looking at that, interested in this, interested in that. And they may have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, or a wife at home while they're on these apps looking for somebody else to get into, when they have somebody at home that they're committed to. And not only that, they don't want to pay for it. So they don't want to go to an escort or a prostitute where that's their profession, that's what they're engaging in, that's what they get paid to do. No, they want to try to find someone that is single and or attached that they can hook up with or get with for free. They don't have to put any kind of investment into it other than their sexual organ and their time. So they are basically wanting to have their cake and eat it too. And when I tell you, that stops now. Now. These dating sites and these hookup sites and these sex sites, all they are, they're all hookup sites. They're all hookup sites. It doesn't matter what you classify it as. It's a hookup site. There are people on these dating apps, even if it's the well-known dating apps that have some religious connotation to it, it's still a hookup app. And those people that are on those apps are also on the low-down, down-low hookup apps as well too. Looking for it quick. So they're looking for basically being hypocrites. They're on one dating site saying that they're looking for their forever person, they want to get married, they want to date, and so on and so forth. And then they're on the down low site looking for instant gratification, backseat of the car. Not even a hotel nowadays. They don't even want to pay for a hotel. They'll do it in the backseat of the car. They'll go to a park. They'll do it in a parking garage. Wherever. Just so that they can get a nut. And do you know that some of these individuals, they're not disclosing that they have an STD, an STI, or that they have mental issues or problems, or that, they're married or attached to someone. They're not disclosing these things. They're acting as if they're single, healthy, clean, and free. And they want to attach themselves to somebody else, attach sexual cords to another person, attach sexual demons to another person, attach sexual transmitted diseases to another person, just so that they can get off and feel like they have some control over their life, because at home, they don't. At home, they're not happy. At home, they're not getting what it is they desire or what they need. At home, they're dealing with stress and problems and issues. And they want to find somebody else to put their stress and problems and issues on through sex. That stops now. Yes, I do my research. I've been doing research for years in regard to that. I know the ins and outs of a lot of those websites. And no, I did not always engage with the individuals that I chatted with, but I did chat with a lot of individuals. Got a lot of different perspectives, and I learned a lot of truth that was not told. A lot of the people on those sites are damaged goods, trying to find somebody else that is as damaged or less than damaged than them, so that they can take advantage of them. But when two damaged people come together, they know what they are, and they engage in whatever behaviors they want to engage in. But they really want something else. They want someone that's not damaged. They want someone that they can actually destroy themselves, someone that they can actually bully, someone that they can actually hurt, someone that they can actually scar, because they want that person to be in the same predicament, the same feelings and thoughts that they themselves have. That's so fucking toxic. They're intentionally out there trying to find people to abuse and hurt and torture and bring stress in their lives. That's fucked up. So, what's going to happen? Let me share with you. A lot of these dating sites are going to be kaput. People are going to stop going on the dating sites, and actually who you have on a lot of these dating sites, like I said, damaged goods. Damaged goods recognize other damaged goods, and they really don't have any interest. Like I said, they want to find someone that actually likes themselves, actually loves themselves, and respects themselves, because they then want to degrade that person and try to drag them down to where they are, so that they're in the same position and feeling and thought that they are in. And no. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to forego even going on dating sites. I actually predict and project that a lot of people are going to not only stop going on dating sites, I don't care what kind of dating site it is, but if they do go on a dating site, when I tell you, there are going to be some stipulations in place before a date even happens. Those that prefer dating sites, there's going to be some stringent conditions that people will have to go through to even get access to these particular dating sites, at least the ones that want to have some credibility behind them, that actually want to have a good success and people meeting up, matching up with each other, and having something long-term solid. And of course, there are going to be some people that are going to fall through the cracks, so to speak. Some people that are going to get in the door that really shouldn't be in there, but they will be weeded out. You know what else? A lot of these sex sites, they're going to turn into pay sites, because a lot of these individuals that are on these sites, they are actually whores, prostitutes, gigolos, meaning that they want to get paid for their services, and you can tell who they are by their pictures and their content and the way that they talk. You can tell. And a lot of these individuals, they're not getting the attention that they really truly want. They're not getting the business that they're looking for, because a lot of the guys that are on there, they're looking for individuals that are not charging. They want it for free. They want to damage another person for free. They don't want to have to pay for it. They don't have to pay for sex. They don't have to pay to get a nut. They want to get it for free, and they want top quality, premium supply to get off with and hurt and abuse. And that's not going to happen. A lot of these guys and some of these girls are going to end up paying for it. And the truth of the matter is, it's really the guys that are interested more in the sex than the girls. The girls know that the guys are interested in the sex, and that if they look good enough, if they're hot enough, if they say the right things, if they have the right pictures, those guys actually might pay them for their time and their services. But they may not want to pay their rate. That's the thing. The days of traveling escorts and whatnot, I'm not saying that those are done and over with, but what I'm telling you is a lot of the people that would normally entertain or go after girls that charge, they're not going to be able to afford to do that. They're not able to afford to do that. And you know that the economy is really suffering right now. So extra money and so on and so forth for a nut, these guys are not interested in doing that. I mean, a lot of these guys are not even interested in buying a hotel, getting a motel. They want to do it in the back seat, or they want to come over to your place. I mean, how disrespectful is that? I mean, that alone tells you what they think about you, how they feel about you, that they won't even get a motel room for you to have the fun in. That's really a slap in the face. It's really saying that you're not worth it, right? Are you worth it? Well, if you're worth that, then you wouldn't entertain someone that wants to engage in car sex, backseat car sex, alley sex, so on and so forth. You know, I was actually I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to just say this. There are people that will think or believe or feel that because of who you are, that you're deserving of certain treatment and or being viewed in a certain way because of who you are. But they don't even know who you are. They are basing who you are off of their insecurities within themselves. And then they want to project that onto you. And want you to have to go through what they personally should go through themselves. And or have been through. But they see the light, the shine on you, who you are. And they want to dim and dull that by trying to subject you to a certain lifestyle that they think that you should live. When I tell you, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. A lot of the people that are on these sites, they know that that's the best that they can do. That's the best that they can do. Whether it's just for attention or a connection. And a lot of it is attention too as well. They want to be seen, they want to be liked, they want to be admired, they want to be looked at and fantasized about. It's not necessarily about hooking up with anybody in particular. It could just be people seeing them, looking at them, finding them attractive, wanting them, so on and so forth. That right there is currency in itself. Attention that you get from other individuals. That's going to increase. And boy, oh boy, has it increased on some of these sites. A lot of these guys will even see an attractive, good-looking person. Same with the girls. They'll see an attractive, good-looking guy. But they cannot step up and be the man, or be the girl, or be the woman that person needs. They know. And they also know by looking at some of these people, as well as having conversations with these individuals, that they're not one to mess with, and or that they're not going to be able to get over or manipulate or trick an individual into engaging in certain things with them. They have requirements, they have standards, they have values, they have morals. And a lot of these people on this site do not. They don't. Not on that site. Maybe within their family network, yeah, they do. But on that site, that's where they get to be low down low, dirty, disgusting, lustful, wicked, cruel individuals. And they show it. Do you know there are individuals on these sites that are so hard up for sex, so hard up for an interaction with another person, they will damn near fuck anything. They will damn near have sex with anybody just to get a nut. I'm going to share this and I'm going to end this video just to give you some context. I saw an ad the other day. This so-called woman that willingly admitted in her post that she had numerous STDs. Numerous STDs, STIs. She listed off what a couple of them were. Actually, 3 of them. And then proceeded to request that a guy, a man, anybody, reach out and come and have sex with her, knowing that she has those STDs, knowing that they're going to catch those STDs if they engage with her. She is saying that her private area is red because it is currently inflamed, and she's asking men to come over and have sex with her raw, no condom, and just so she can have sex. There are not many likes to that particular post, but I can damn near guarantee you that there were quite a few men that had no problem engaging with her and giving her what she wanted, regardless of where they were going to have an STD. And more than likely, those guys that did so more than likely had an STD or HIV. So you have to think about it like this. If that individual was bold enough, and I'm not even going to say brave, she was bold enough to share not only that she had a few different STDs, but that she was still interested in having sex and engaging in raw, bareback sex with anybody that decided or chose to come through and see her. There are people on there that have STDs that are not disclosing that they have STDs. They're not saying a thing. They're going out there and they're infecting other individuals with these STDs because they want other people to have what they have and feel what they feel. That's fucked up. And this really is nothing new. This was happening years ago prior to the internet and these dating apps and hookup sites. This was happening way back in the day too as well. You had toxic individuals like that would do this purposely. In different communities. It's not just one specific community. It's across the entire spectrum where this is happening. So there needs to be... I just heard Sodom and Gomorrah. God is letting me know that those dating sites, those hookup sites, porn sites, and so on and so forth, that is your modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Where people feel like it's okay to do this stuff online as long as you're not doing this boldly and broadly out in the daylight or in a certain community or a certain club or bar or whatever. And even then, those areas are still a Sodom and Gomorrah type of energy, type of atmosphere, type of behavior. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Exactly. It's time to destroy a lot of these behaviors. It's not doing good for a lot of individuals. It's not progressing us as a society, as a community. It's actually hurting a lot of people. And that's going to end up costing a lot of people their lives. Not just their health, but their lives. And there are consequences in your next life for what you have engaged in the life prior to. So if you hurt people, that's going to follow you into your next life. I'm going to leave it at that. Gotta go.